The finish. Now from our nation's capital, Brent Baer.
For months now, Fox News has been reporting from behind the scenes in 6 House and Senate races, pivotal contests in campaign 2010. This hour, as the campaign comes down to the wire, you'll get a fascinating inside look at a dozen candidates trying to close the deal with voters. We begin in Pennsylvania. Last spring, Democrats were counting on Arlen Specter to hold this seat. Specter was a moderate Republican who switched parties, only to blow a double-digit lead over his more liberal primary opponent, Representative Joe Sestak. Sestak needs to come from behind again if he's to beat conservative Republican Pat Toomey. August 10th. Pennsylvanians line up to see former President Bill Clinton stump for Democrat Joe Sestak, who is down 6 points in the polls.
He'll get elected with Clinton behind him.
President Bill Clinton.
You'd never know Clinton tried on behalf of the White House to get Sestak to drop his primary challenge to incumbent Senator Arlen Specter.
Sestak's the best candidate.
The only awkward thing about this event is that Sestak, stuck in Washington, had to appear by video.
I'm in Congress voting on the Medicaid assistance program.
Later that night, Sestak is able to free himself for an event in Philadelphia.
Good evening, everybody.
Heard this one? A liberal and a conservative walk into a bar.
Thank you very much.
And tell jokes for charity.
The top 10 jobs that Joe Sestak was offered to get out of the race against Senator Specter. The second was one of the Village People. But they didn't ask, and I didn't tell.
Chevrolet is developing a new hybrid sedan. That's right. It's called the Chevy Fuse. Runs on a combination of gasoline and bailout funds.
You're not going to quit your day job?
Probably not.
It was fun?
Yeah, you know, I did my best. We had some fun. Mostly it was for a good cause.
1 week later,
I give you Mayor Michael Bloomberg.
Sestak, now down 7, is getting more help from a big-name out-of-towner, New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg.
A vote for Joe is a vote for the results that our nation so desperately needs.
Yeah, thanks.
Afterward, a quick Philly cheesesteak photo op.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Before Sestak continues his hectic campaign schedule.
We got in 2:30 a.m. Pittsburgh, slept for a couple hours in Comfort Inn, got up, out the door by 7, stayed, got in at 3 a.m., up at 6 a.m. today, and we're just going about. It's great to be back at campaign trail.
August 23rd.
Morning, everybody.
Toomey is back on 2 with his family by his side.
I need to win Berks County big, and I think I'm going to.
Lots of stops, meeting lots of folks. Keeps the energy level up. And plus, I got to keep up with my kids, one of whom just disappeared, right? So.
How important is that during this long campaign cycle?
That was great to be able to spend that time with my family, my wife and our 3 kids, and my daughter. She was adorable. I started calling her my portable podium. Look at the agenda that they've been pursuing in just 18 months. Serial bailouts of failing companies, nationalizing whole industries, spending on a scale we've never seen before and I never imagined possible. Thank you. There are always people in the audience who are undecided, and they tend to be the less vocal ones, so you don't realize they're there, but believe me, they're there.
Today he covers 7 counties and over 300 miles in 12 hours. And that's just the start of a 4-day swing.
The other side were trying to have a rally in Monroe County for all the people who supported that liberal agenda. They could do it in a phone booth.
Great, you know, very productive. A lot of support. You saw the energy in that room.
Say no to Toomey! Say no to Toomey!
But not all of the energy is positive.
The free country.
Amendment rights, you jerk. Thanks for making Wall Street richer.
Protesters await Toomey at every stop.
More money in my pocket. More money in my pocket.
Something you have to deal with on the campaign daily, weekly?
Yeah, well, pretty much daily. You know, I'm used to it.
August 24th.
I know who you are.
With polls showing Sestak down by 9 points and well behind among independents, the Democrat gets another high-profile endorsement.
Please join me in welcoming Senator Chuck Hagel.
Thank you.
This time from a Republican, former Senator Chuck Hagel, the maverick from Nebraska.
I believe Joe Sestak is exactly the kind of leader America needs, and especially needs at this time.
Do you think this race comes down to independents?
I think it's going to stay close right to the end. We're a big state. We're a very diverse state. Both parties have a very strong presence. I think independents really do probably swing it in the end.
10:34.
September 2nd,
Get ready to go to the big old Grange Parade.
the Grange Fair in Center Hall, Pennsylvania.
I'm Joe Sestak. This is the heartland, and it's also relatively conservative.
Sestak pounds the pavement
I'm Joe Sestak, former Navy sailor, running for U.S. Senate.
in the baking sun,
I want to shake your hand.
shaking hands with as many Pennsylvanians as he can.
You get to meet a lot more people in a short amount of time.
You want me to vote for you?
I sure do.
I'll think about it.
That's all I can ask. I'd like them to look in my eye and get a cut of my chin. I really believe that makes a difference.
September 8th, Philadelphia. Toomey's turn for an endorsement from the Fraternal Order of Police.
And Pat, we have someone who will do what's right to protect our families and communities.
The next day, former Governor Tom Ridge adds his support.
It is a great pleasure for me to stand next to and in support of Pat Toomey.
Sestak counters 4 days later with another visit from Bill Clinton.
I think Joe Sestak should be the next senator. I think his ideas are right. Thank you.
Then, the biggest endorsement of all.
Thank you all for coming to see me.
President Obama may have campaigned against Sestak in his primary, but now he's fully behind him.
Joe, 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 Joe. Joe. And Joe's right. In me, he's got a friend.
October 3rd, less than a month till Election Day.
Okay, we did all right.
Sestak still trails by an average of 7 points, but he knows how to finish.
If anybody cares to join this battle, now is the time.
In May, running to the left of Arlen Specter, he erased a more than 20-point deficit to win the Democratic primary. One thing is certain. Pennsylvanians have already opted for change this year. The question is whether they will push the U.S. Senate further right or further left. Coming up, House Democrats would like